Hey guys, it's Matt and Scott for Stout Sportsmen, and we are going to do a fantasy fishing recap and I don't know, just talk a bunch of bull.
Yeah, yeah, kind of a little bit of a look ahead toward the classic and our thoughts going forward and how we've been doing with our fantasy lineups, stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll probably sneak maybe one more video in before it comes time to do the actual classic picks, which is
which
still,
is which is coming up
yeah, still a couple weeks
kind of
away.
quick, but yeah, we got
Yeah.
17 days. Yep.
All right, so I don't know about you, but the regular fantasy fishing is I can't blame myself.
Yeah.
I got I gotta I gotta blame the fishermen, right? It's like
This year's been, I mean, two events. It's been very strange. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are you would never expect to be up there that are doing it, and the guys your go tos of a lot of them for the most part haven't put the numbers up for us. So
yeah,
that's how it goes.
I know in years past, like the average to be like in the top, pretty much to win, you're looking at like 1,100 points an event.
Right.
Eh,
Yeah, I know.
I'm at like 850.
It's not good. With two events, I'm sitting at 1,683. So that averaged me 841 and a half.
Yeah, I'm at 1711.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
it's rough.
When we're in the I'm below, I'm 38.7%. That's very not good.
You're at 38, and
38.7.
so that little bit of space, I'm at 41.2.
Okay.
So
I didn't even look to
there's a
see
lot.
how many total people are entered.
I think it's like
But
27,000.
27,000. Wow.
It may have gone up because it's like the total
Sure.
number. Like people can sign up and just do the regular events, not the
Right.
season long. But yeah, it was when I checked because somebody actually put a comment in below one of our videos of how many
I did.
people signed up, and I
I did see that. Yeah.
I looked through and it was like 26,000 and something. But then I looked and there's like 3,000 people that didn't even put a lineup in for the first event.
Right.
So
Yep.
either they signed up late or just totally forgot.
And
So
I bet you a good majority of them are probably people that live up north because we're not even really thinking about fishing yet.
oh
You
yeah,
know. So I mean, we're thinking about it, but because we're avid fishermen. But I mean, people that are just kind of like, yeah, that might be fun. Yeah,
yep,
that's the last thing on their mind in February.
yeah. So with that being said,
Yeah.
um, I don't see this being like a trend that continues.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
I'm gonna just mention the word Florida. Um, I know a lot of anglers are just like, let's make a couple of cuts and get out of Florida alive. You
Right.
know, so I see going forward. Other than there's a couple events that I think like Lay Lake and I forget the other one that they haven't gone to in a while. There hasn't really been very many events on
Mm,
that may be tougher to pick. But we have our wheelhouses that are coming up, like Champlain, um, the classic to an extent, even though there's maybe some other names in there that we don't particularly know off the top of our heads.
right. I don't know. I don't mind. We talked about this a few minutes ago, but just looking at these groups for the classic, I'm just kind of scratching my head a little bit. I mean, I told you what my preliminary lineup is, and it's a lot of guys that I would never normally take, but that's the way things are going, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to events that I'm unsure about. If I want to go and kind of scrap my 7 or 8% and under, get rid of that. If I'm unsure, just go with the chalk mostly, just
Yeah,
so I don't fall even further behind. And then for the events, like the St. Lawrence or St. Clair, stuff like that, that I know what guys are going to do, then pick, which are probably gonna be the chalk picks anyway. But that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm going. But I think with the classic, I'm gonna give it one more shot, trying to keep my percentages down and kind of reconfigure after that based off of how I do.
I mean, we'll get into the classic a little bit more, in a future video. But
Yeah.
the one thing with the classic is it's 3 days, and it's a lot easier to
Right.
get lucky for over 3 days than it is to get over 4 days. So
Yeah, that repeatability for 4 days is
yeah,
tough, very tough. Yep. But I mean, the good thing is, at least with the classic anyway, is there's a little bit of history there, 2019 and 2021 to go off of. So it helps some.
Yep.
I know the one event was right around the same time frame, but the other event I think was later on in the year. It was like October or something, September, October, maybe. If
No, it was an early season one. There's the
20,
classic in March, and then there's another earlier season one.
yeah, March 15th through 17th was 2019. Let me look real quick what 2021 was. Uh, I can't find it. I thought it was an elite event there.
Gussie.
Oh, there it is. February 25th through the
Yeah,
28th. Okay, so that's a little earlier.
Yep.
That's actually pretty early for Knoxville. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to us fishing Chickamauga a couple of times, like early March. It's
yeah.
hit and miss, very hit and miss, and that's further upstream.
So okay, so let's switch over to Drain the Lake. Where are you sitting?
I'm I don't know off the top of my. Let me look here. Not as good as you. I know you had a pretty good event this past week, 2 weeks ago. 77.8. I'm at 2,926 points.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
The
Cut out a little bit.
Okeechobee, I had 1,439, and Seminole 1,487. So I'm consistent, anyways.
Let's see. Okeechobee 1493, Seminole 1954.
What place did that finish you in for Seminole?
Like just for that tournament.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Oh yeah, you got to go in and I
Yep.
got you.
321.
Oh no, that's impressive.
So overall, I am at 272.
272.
272.
Wow, that's better than 4,062.
I will
What?
say, the key to this is really hitting the winner.
Yeah, because you are getting a lot of some bonus points and stuff like that. Usually, you would get some type of bonus.
Uh, Joey Cifuentes got me 355 bonus points on top of his 300 points of just finishing first.
Wow. And he was picked what, like 0.49%?
Yeah, he was picked very low.
Yeah, I actually started out pretty well, like day one Seminole with the Drain the Lake, and then just kind of crashed and burned after that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun though. Um, I didn't give you my Drain the Lake picks yet for the classic. I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna put those out there.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that.
Okay. Yep.
So with little time we have left, I'm going to pull up something for us to talk about. Surprise.
Oh, great.
Let's see here. the Angler of the Year
Mhm.
uh, list.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? Do you think that anybody in the top 10 actually will win Angler of the Year?
Um, Looking at them right now, if I had to pick one person,
Yep.
I would probably say Brandon Card, if any of the top 10. I don't think any of them will, but I think Brandon's been fishing pretty well with, especially with the struggles he's been, going through lately. But no, I honestly don't think anybody in the top 10 AOY right now is gonna win it.
So the only person I would have picked would have been maybe Cobb, Brandon Cobb.
Yeah. Yep.
So Cobb and Card
Yep.
would be the only two. And I don't see any of the top 10 actually winning AOI.
No. I mean, I would expect like Pat. I would expect him to do well, you know, up north
Yeah.
as he should. But I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about anybody or
Yeah.
bad juju on anybody. But
Yeah, it's one thing I wanted to like say is like
yeah.
cuz coming out of Florida, there's like the names. I mean,
Mhm.
Drew Cook, Kyle Welcher, there's a lot of young guys here,
Mhm.
but there's definitely not the people up here that I would expect.
Right.
I expected like Brandon Lester to be up here.
Yeah.
And if you go down a little bit, I'm not even sure how far down. I mean, you're going a long way before you see Brandon Lester's name.
Yeah. 64.
Yeah. And then there's the other guy, Polinick. So
Yep.
67.
67. Things are going to change a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's going to happen quick. It might not happen. You know, it might take longer than the two South Carolina tournaments. Who knows? But it's definitely going to change for sure.
I think this year we'll definitely see a very tighter race.
Mm, yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I mean, it makes it more interesting at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was my surprise for you.
Okay. Well, I mean, it wasn't too much of a surprise. I mean, you kind of said you wanted to talk AOY stuff, so
Yeah. True.
I wasn't I wasn't blindsided, I guess. Real quick, let's talk about the Open at
Yeah.
Eufaula.
So it's supposed to be a 3-day event,
Hmm.
and day two got rained out. So it was
Right.
basically day two became everybody fishes, and we'll see who wins.
Right.
Which, honestly, like I understand the whole reasoning behind the cuts,
Right.
but it's one thing I like about the NPFL is like if you had two crappy days, you can still go out the third day and
Right.
try to make it better.
Sure. I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, go
Yep.
out and crush them on day three, and get you a little bit higher up that money board. But
Yep.
yeah.
Here, let me quickly pull up the standings here. Results. There we go. Go a little bigger for you.
Yep.
So again, maybe not a lot of names that people recognize. So you have Brandon Lester,
Brandon Lester. Yep.
and if you're like to follow YouTube fishing, you got Ben Milliken.
Yep.
So definitely interesting to see
Yeah. I mean, it's good
see him in
to
there.
see him. I mean, like we talked about earlier, he's a YouTube guy, and a lot of people might think that he's not going to be competitive. You know, stepping up to like an open event or something comparable to that. But I mean, he's proven right there that he can catch fish. You know.
Yeah, we'll see how if he can keep it going or.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, there's not a lot of names. I mean, right there, Polinick's at 23,
Yep.
Kenta
Yep.
18. It'll be interesting to see. Let's see your buddy Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin did pretty good. He was what 44th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Bobby Lane's making it, trying to come back, and Ish
Hmm.
Monroe.
Yep.
So it'll be an interesting season. I honestly wish they would almost extend fantasy fishing into the opens. I don't know how you do it, but um, but I think it would also bring more of a light to the you know
to the
to the
other
opens.
anglers.
Yep.
Yeah, and to the opens. Yep.
And you can also extend your fantasy fishing, season out a little bit more
Right.
events.
Yep. I agree. Actually, 24th, Jonathan Dietz, my hometown guy here. Well, not hometown, but he's like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes away.
There he is.
Yep.
Fish USA.
Yep. So I'll I got some more insights on him too coming
Yeah.
up for some other tournaments, but we'll talk about that later.
Cool. All right, I guess we'll wrap this one up. It wasn't,
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
eventful, but if you
No, not eventful. Just talking about some stuff, and yeah, keep us keep us moving forward, getting ready for the next couple of events coming up.
you're gonna help us out, like and subscribe.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll probably have another couple here going into the classic.
Yeah, maybe one more, and then our classic preview with our picks.
Sounds good.
Yep. Awesome.
All right. He's Matt. I'm Scott. We're Stout Sportsmen.
Sportsman.
Stay stout. We're out.
We're out.